My name is Dr. Vincent Kituku, and I live in Boise, Idaho, or nearby anyway. And I work for an organization that actually I founded called Caring Hearts and Hands of Hope. And so I'm the founder and the director of that organization, which is for supporting children in Kenya who don't have means of going to high school at all. I came to Wyoming in 1986 as a graduate student straight from Kenya to study range management. I got my master's in 1986, and the university was gracious to allow me to continue with my PhD program, which I earned in 1992. Well, it's an amazing story. When I was in high school in Kenya, people in Wyoming used to go to Africa and they recruit students to come and play sports, especially athletics, running. And one of the guys who was big was my classmate, a very good friend of mine. And this guy used to write me stories of Wyoming. Then I went on to my first degree in Kenya. And after I finished my first degree, there was an opportunity for me to come to American school. And the guys who are giving us the scholarship said, we are going to have you apply, and when you get accepted, you will go to that school. All the address I had was Wyoming. So I wrote Wyoming first and the other schools later, and Wyoming called me and I ended up in Wyoming. When I left Wyoming, I joined corporate America as a riparian ecologist, worked in that background very well. And then shortly around that time, I found an organization called Toastmasters. And Toastmasters teaches people how to be better speakers. This is very interesting because when I was a graduate student in Wyoming, I competed at scientific conferences, which I didn't think Wyoming gave me amazing, amazing opportunities to attend those conferences. In fact, they always paid for them. So when I joined a group that can help me become a speaker, I thought that I'm going to be a speaker so that I can give scientific papers presentations. Only to hear people tell me, you are a great motivational speaker. Motivational speaker? Never knew what is a motivational speaker. So then eventually I found out they get paid to speak. This is very strange because in Kenya, as a youngster going to school, I used to be spanked for speaking too much in class. And I was told in America, I can be paid to be a speaker. Oh my goodness, thank God for America. So I went ahead and became a speaker and then did that for many, many years from 1997 full time. And then that also took me to Kenya where I was born and raised. When I went there in 2010 for the first time in 24 years, I found children unable to go to high school because of poverty, family background. And it just depressed me to see that young girls and boys have no future. And then I came back to the United States, created a non-profit organization, and then little did I know it will be my full-time job. And we have been able to take a lot of children to school. We have bought a girls' high school in 2015. It has become one of the top schools in Kenya. And the last 2 months, we have just bought a boys' high school facility, and we are building the classrooms and the dormitory right now. So next year, we'll be having a boys' high school too. One of the greatest human experiences in this world, regardless of your background, one of the greatest human experiences in this world, regardless of your background, is the ability to make another person's life better. We were not born for our own. And when somebody can look forward to tomorrow because you were born, even if that is just one person, your life is not a waste. So my take is this: do something that comes from your heart, even if it's your own career. do it this way. Be in tune with the people who are there, or people who are around you. I just want to give you a good story. I came from Kenya and I needed a goat when my wife had a baby, because in Africa we have goats. It's our tradition. That's what my father did for my mother. I wanted to do it for my wife, but the problem is we were in Wyoming. I went to buy a goat and I couldn't find, because I had never been to a live auction. I could not even understand what they were saying. Then I came and told one of the college professors in class about what I experienced, and found out that I had gone for Collins and I had come back to Laramie without a goat. And this guy made it as a personal responsibility to be going and get goats once every 2-3 months, and then bring it to me. I would pay him, but he always got goat for me. Think about that. My family were the goat because a professor in the University of Wyoming cared. When we are in tune with the needs of other people, we can make a difference. And that is the best way of living your life. I'm going to say this, one of the things about life, just about life. And that is something I've taught and learned when I was in the University of Wyoming. Don't go to college just to get a degree. To go to college to learn how to think and how to relate with people. When you get out of college, relationships are everything. Live about the experience, live about the resources you have. Those are important, but how you relate with people. So every single morning I wake up, I have to talk with Kenya. In Kenya, we have teachers, we have support staff. Right now, we have contractors, and I work also with politicians to get permits and legislations. So that is a crucial thing to know how to communicate with the people. Then here in America, I raise money. And this money, I raise them by meeting with the people, writing emails, writing letters, but everything is all relationships. It's all relationship. It doesn't matter whether that person has ever heard of me, but they can get a letter, and that letter can create some dynamics. And then those are the dynamics that make this person want to support our cause. The other thing which is very important is to keep people informed and involved, because if people are not informed, they make their own stories. And if they are not informed, they lose interest. So you have to be aware of that and keep them engaged. One of the challenges of working with the non-profits is because you come and know there's a human suffering that can be addressed by people. And then you realize that suffering can go for an extended period of time, sometimes to a person's entire life, because somebody never intervened. It hurts me up to this day to imagine that in Kenya or in the United States, anywhere in the world, there's a child who has no future because they lack tuition to go to high school. Something to think about, some insight. What we do for ourselves can get us by. What we do for others is what gets us ahead, whether in our spiritual pursuit, professional pursuit, or personal goals. And when you wake up in the morning, whether you are going to work for people in a corporate America or non-profit, always treat whatever you are doing as your mission field, knowing that if whatever you are doing as a way of touching a human being, that is your mission. And do it not because you are employed, not because you are getting a paycheck, because it needs to be done and you are at that moment the person to do it. When I saw the children in Kenya unable to go to school, actually, as I was there, I met some girls and I was told they can't go to high school. And I asked, for how long are they going to elementary school? And I was told until they grow tall and get married. So there was no chance of going to school. Then at the same time, a mother of 6 children committed suicide and left those children without a mother because she could not afford to take her daughter to high school. The daughter had passed to go to high school, and this mother is so desperate that she took her own life. And I found out about $600 a year. And that includes books, uniforms, a place to sleep, and food for a child to go to high school. And so we started sending this money to the schools where they went to school until we bought our own high school. Within the last 10 years, we have educated more than 1,000 students. And currently, at this particular time, we have 200 students in high school right now enrolled, and we are sponsoring them. And we have now the highest number of students in the university, 150. The amazing thing is this, and this is almost really hard for me to explain, is within a few years, you see these kids who had no future on their own. As we are speaking about this during COVID-19, about 10 of our graduates who have gone to high school and gone to universities and healthcare industry, actually they are there working in frontline, saving lives. And so we are making a difference within a very short time. As we are speaking right now, our first student has just graduated with a law degree, and we have 3 students in medical school, all sponsored by Caring Arts. And it takes $1,000, listen to this one, $1,000 to educate a child in the university in Kenya. And that includes food and a place to stay. So you can make a difference with the American dollar.